Hey guys, it's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. It is February 1st of 2019, and today's video is going to be about demonic activity, 5G, the Mandela Effect, and an influx of exorcisms that have been popping up for priests all over the world. So I have had so many people reaching out to me lately for curse removals. It's crazy. The past few years, the majority of my work was doing past life readings for people and just basic tarot readings and spiritual healing ceremonies that I would do all around the world. And you can scroll through my channel back several years and you'll see that we've been everywhere from Norway to Ireland to France, Amsterdam, and clearing out old places and haunted churches, haunted buildings. And then I kind of took a step back from doing that work for a couple of years and was heavily writing books and studying the Mandela Effect, and published a book about that, and published a book about MK Ultra, and published a book about animal communication. And now over the past few months, there's been an uptick now in like demonic activity, spirit activity, houses being haunted, people being haunted, and it's insane how many people are contacting me every single week about these issues. So I had somebody make a comment on a post that I made not so long ago, and they basically said, "Do you think that 5G has something to do with this?" And I didn't really think about it so much. I have made videos in the past about how the smartphone is basically a black mirror, and this is a black mirror was like one of the oldest ways that you could summon spirits way back in the day, and now we're walking around with black mirrors all day long. Our kids have their faces implanted into them all day long. And I just thought, okay, if we think even just a few years ago, not everybody had a smartphone. I didn't even get a smartphone until years ago. I was really late to the party. And now it's become just part of our everyday life. We're checking our phones all day long, and we're connecting with this energy constantly. So it really made sense to me that a 5G might have something to do with the uptick in demonic activity, because they've recently made these 5G towers basically all over the world now. It's not just America, it's everywhere. And in those areas, people are having major headaches, they're getting anxiety attacks. There's some people that even believe 5G towers are leading to cancer, brain cancer, and stuff like this. In fact, there was one school where they put a 5G tower up that within 1 year, several of the students ended up in the hospital with some form of brain cancer or a brain aneurysm. And even the guy who worked, I believe it was for AT&T, even the guy who brought in the tower, he came to the school and talked to the parents. It turned out that he was kind of trying to defend 5G, and it turned out that his son also had brain cancer and had been living next to one of these towers as well. So again, it's all brand new stuff. It's all brand new tech, so we don't really know. But I just went and like Googled the term 5G and demons. And so many videos came up. One of my favorite people that make videos is a guy called Nicholson 1968. He has a lot of really great information about AI and what it's really doing to us, what these waves really do. Really ever since Wi-Fi, we don't need to plug into the internet anymore. So now we have these waves just rushing over us at all times. Richie from Boston has also made a lot of videos about this. And so that's some of the first stuff that comes up when you Google it. But there's also many, many people, just random people that don't do work like I do, just everyday people saying, does anybody think 5G technology is a portal for demonic entities? And then it just goes on and on and on. People are saying demons are being summoned from 5G networks. There's even a guy here from Southern Methodist University. He has a master's in computer science and operations research. His name is Keith Brown. He's talking about 5G technology being a portal for demonic entities, and now it's basically the standard all over the world. And there was another incident that I found too, where it was from a priest who said that he was Silicon Valley's top exorcist, and he was actually rushed off of his feet as demons were infesting California. He felt that ever since California started bringing in these 5G towers, that he had noticed a an uptick in how many exorcisms he was reached out for. His name was Father Gary Thomas, and together with a fellow exorcist, Father Vincent Lampert, they have been profiled in a lengthy piece online, in which the pair detailed how they are deploying some of the church's ancient rites to counter the results of very modern problems, such as healthcare, drugs, the revival of pagan customs, and the tide of internet just uptick. Now, it goes on and on and on. You can find any of this stuff online, but basically what they're saying here is that this guy said he would maybe do like 1 or 2 exorcisms a year, and now he's doing up to 60 or more. And exorcisms actually have to be approved by the Roman Catholic Church, which is crazy. You're not, even if you're a priest and you've gone to school and you've done your theology, you still are not even allowed to do an exorcism unless it's approved through Pope Francis. So this makes the whole process a lot longer, a lot more drawn out. And for the people that are suffering, they may not have that long to wait. You know, when you're truly demonic possessed, your life is being taken from you. Something is taken over your entire spirit, your body, and your mind, and your focus. So, and also the other thing too is a lot of people are really afraid of religion right now. The Catholic Church has a lot of problems, and we all know that. And so many people don't trust people of the clergy to go to if they think they may be being oppressed or suppressed or harassed by a demon or a spirit or even just a ghost. A lot of times when spirits are crossing over, they get lost in between the moment of their death and going into the light. And many of them get stuck here, and they're what are called earthbound spirits. You kind of have a little window to go home once you've passed over. And if you're so attached to the material world, and it's not even so much just the material world, but it could be the people who are in your world, like your family or your loved ones. Sometimes spirits aren't ready to let go, so they actually kind of get stuck in this world between worlds. So it's pretty deep stuff. I learned a lot about this when I was in theology training, and it's just really scary because when the world is unseen, we can't prove it. We cannot say, oh, yes, there's definitely spirits. Oh, yes, there's definitely this. But we can feel it. And even those of us who aren't natural empaths or aren't naturally empathetic, we can see a change in society. We can feel a difference in the world. Look at just the divide in America, how split down the middle everything is. I mean, there's definitely, and it's not just there, it's all over the world. There's just constant struggle and strife and upheavals, and you know, something is off. And so the only thing that makes sense to me, and especially, you know, I'm not a priest like this guy is, I'm not, you know, licensed to do exorcisms, but I have many people that have come to me for many years asking them to remove curses for them and to do spiritual healing ceremonies for them, to bless their their houses that are haunted, to clear out their haunted houses. So it's, you know, was something I was just doing randomly, but now it's becoming like a full-time thing. So I just want everybody to know, to be aware, to do as much detoxing from the internet as you possibly can. If you have a smartphone, keep it away from you as much as possible. Turn off your Wi-Fi unless you need it on. I only kind of turn mine on maybe once or twice a day to check in to see if I have important emails, et cetera, et cetera. But a phone should just be a phone to make phone calls. We shouldn't have to have laptops and smartphones and smart TVs and every single device in our house with Wi-Fi. Do everything you can to kind of detox from that right now, because I do feel there is just an influx and uptick of this, you know, demonic energy happening. When I did an interview in December with Brian Stavely on his channel, I talked a little bit about how opening portals can cause what is known as like parallel realities. And if 5G is kind of opening up these portals, then we would suddenly have access to multiple parallel realities, or those parallel realities would start bleeding into ours slowly, even if it was just in small ways, like through pop culture or music, et cetera, et cetera. And so that is also why I believe that 5G may have something to do with why suddenly everybody's seeing the Mandela effect. Even if there was researchers who talked about this in the 90s, it only became like a everyday term within the past 2 years. When I wrote my book on the Mandela effect, I just published it last year. And it's crazy. I don't advertise it at all. I never really did a marketing plan for it. I just did a couple interviews, like with Gaia and a couple other podcasts. And literally every month, I'm still selling books. It's not hundreds of thousands or anything crazy, but I see that there's still people waking up to it constantly. So I do believe there is a connection with 5G, parallel realities, demonic activity, and the uptick in possessions and curses. And black magic is becoming cool again. So everybody's looking into it with all the new TV shows and movies that are explaining how black magic works. Even the new version of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, they're doing actual real spells in that show. So it seems really exciting for a lot of people. So they want to go and they want to try things out themselves, but it's very, very, very dangerous. On the other side of that, we have white magic, which is really Wiccan in origin. It's very old, and all Wiccan white magic is very positive in nature, whereas in black magic is typically very dark, involves blood, involves hair, fingernails, sometimes sacrifices. It's a whole different ball game compared to what people know as like Wicca or white magic. So just if you're somebody out there and you're interested, or it seems, you know, exciting to you to try these things, please be careful, because if you're not a trained witch and you haven't been, it's not like in your generational family and you've been trained, you know, in person by somebody, don't mess with magic. That's all I can say. It's really causing a lot of problems for a lot of people. Most of my time I'm spending right now is just reversing these spells that people are placing upon other people. Now, the thing about black magic is it actually goes against the natural laws of the universe. So black magic spells can easily be reversed and binded and sent back to the person that's doing them. Whereas with white magic, it cannot be reversed. It cannot be sent back to that person because it's always positive in nature. So that's just some basics I wanted to tell you guys about. It's just crazy. I mean, I think last week I had to do something around 20 curse removals for multiple different people from all over the world. And these aren't people I know. Most people are saying, I just went to Google and typed curse removal and found you. So I'm just like, how are people even finding me? I don't make videos anymore. I'm not really online. So I think there's a lot of people out there that are feeling like they're being oppressed or suppressed or possibly even possessed. So if you or your home or anybody you know may be suffering from these type of symptoms or beliefs, or you're just not sure, please reach out to me. I have a link in the description box below to my Etsy store where I provide these services, and I provide them very affordable. It's like $35 for a curse removal. You know, I just try to make it affordable for people because it's not your fault if you've been cursed, and it's not your fault if someone's done a spell on you or a negative spell. It's not your fault. And my intention is always just to help humanity. I believe that's a big part of why I'm on this earth, is to help others in whatever way, shape, or form it evolves into. But right now, this is what I'm focusing on right now. And people are saying, why aren't you doing Mandela Effect videos constantly? Well, we already know the Mandela Effect exists. We have hundreds, if not thousands or more Mandela effects at this point. They're going to continue to happen. But we got to figure out why and where is it coming from. So I strongly believe it has a link to this 5G, demonic portals being opened, and let's not even focus right now on all the little effects and all the little changes. Let's try to focus on who's doing this, why they're doing it, why it's happening, and what we as human beings with good intention and good pure spirits and souls can do to make a difference in the world. Now, beyond those services that I provide in my shop, I also make some products that can help protect you and your home from these type of symptoms. Last week, I made a video telling you guys I made some new sage bundles, but I didn't show them to you. Now, I want to show you one here I pulled out. Now, this one is made from a white rose. It's made from bay leaves, and it's made from California white sage. I made just 1 dozen of these. Basically, with a sage bundle, all you have to do is you light it at the end, you go around your home, make sure to hold like a plate or something underneath it, because when they burn, a lot of stuff falls down. But just take it throughout your home, do it over every windowsill, a doorway, anywhere you sit a lot, like if you have a specific chair you sit on or a place you do work, anywhere you're feeling like you may get a little weird chill, or you may feel like there's like in your basement might be really dark, or your attic. Take one of these, and in one single burning, you really don't want to like burn this and put it out. Just go around your entire home. your body, your aura. I like to do under my hands and underneath the bottoms of my feet, because these are kind of our extensions out to the world and our roots down to the world. But these are just $8. I only have 12 of them, but you can run in and grab those right now in my shop. That will help to clear out negative entities like that. They literally hate sage. And this has been a tradition since Native American times. Now, another really common thing that helps repel yourself against negative energies are bay leaves. Now, these are in Norwegian, so they're called larblad, or they're also known as laurel leaves. You can get these in your grocery store. You can literally just take a bay leaf and burn it and walk around your house just like a sage bundle. Evil entities, demons, ghosts hate these as well. They've been used since back in Roman times. In fact, that's what all the Roman crowns were made of, were from laurel leaves and bay leaves. And they would place them around their head to protect them from being possessed. And that's why a lot of cultures have head coverings and things like this too. There's also something to be said about the tops of our head. So if you can't afford a sage bundle, something like a bag of bay leaves or just dried in the grocery store, it's like $1. Try that as well. You can also place bay leaves underneath your bed, underneath your pillows, just all over your home. It also will just repel these spirits. They just hate them for some reason. Other thing I make is really great. I make these detox bath salts, and inside of these is sea salt, Himalayan, you can see the pink there, white sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, also bay leaves crushed up, and tea tree oil. I make these totally fresh by hand. If you soak in a bath with these bath salts, this is actually going to cleanse your body, mind, and spirit. It will help detox anything spiritual that's like lingering around you. It will also help detox anything that's inside of your body. People swear by those bath salts. I almost can't keep those in the shop either. Those ones I have to make constantly. Another thing that I just brought in, again, I only have like 20 of these. In fact, I just sold 3, so I think I just have like 17. I have blessed these small vials here, and they are blessed holy water and blessed holy oil, 50-50 mixture from the River Jordan, which is the most powerful healing water in the world. These are also scented with ylang ylang oil, which is a great essential oil, which is also used for protection. Now, these small little vials are also just $8. You take a small dab. You can bless yourself on the forehead. You can also bless above your doorways, above your windowsills. They can be used in a number of different ways. And also, you can place one on the top of your head, which is known as your crown, if you believe you might be under attack. Again, I just have 20. I don't have more because it is truly blessed holy water from the River Jordan, so I don't have that randomly hanging around. I have to get it from priests in Syria. So I've got a few of those. Now, also, many of you guys know I constantly used to make this jewelry that was kind of a mixture of religious metals, Native American style, like with using cruelty-free feathers, which represents the wind elements. So my daughter just got here from Brazil, and we have just started up a new round of feather earrings that are going to incorporate a lot of these special blessed metals for you guys. I don't have them up in the shop yet, but they'll be coming soon. I have been going to all of the most powerful priests that I know in France and asking them to send me their oldest, most powerful metals. So some of these are so old that they're not even stamped. I have tons of them. That's the miraculous metal. This one is one of the most powerful of all. Very ancient. This one is a Saint Therese. Some of these are from like the 16 or 17 or 1800s. They're very, very, very old. So I'm going to have a bunch of these. I'm going to incorporate some of them into jewelry, but I'm starting to feel like some of you guys maybe just need me to put these metals up as is. And you can basically just carry them around with you. You can add them to a necklace. You don't even have to be religious for these things to work. They're just super powerful. They're very old, and they have been blessed by highly trained professionals. And these things work to, you know, keep these demonic entities away. Demons hate crosses. Demons hate Mother Mary. She was the one that was known as the serpent destroyer. So you don't have to be a Catholic or a Christian to wear one of these metals and still be protected. It's really like the person who makes the metal, who forges the metal and blesses it. If their intention, they believe, and if their intention is in the right place, then it's going to work. So that was just a little kind of conglomeration of information for you guys about 5G, demonic activity, house blessings, curse removals. Yeah, there's definitely something going on out there. So the only advice besides what things I can offer to help people with and what products that I have and what services I can do, my number one advice is seriously, guys, turn these off. Mine's always turned off, or turn your Wi-Fi off. Pick it up when you need to make a phone call. Use it like a phone, or try to find one of those old Nokia phones from like the early 2000s or the 90s. Those are what I used to call a dumb phone, but I think they're actually a lot smarter than these. Because seriously, there's something going on. And until we know more, especially people that have kids, just be careful. Like, our kids are so addicted to their phones right now. It's like just scary. And until we really understand what the power of these antennas are, and we're holding it in our hand all day, and the Wi-Fi is going through the air, we don't know what's going on, but we just really need to protect ourselves in any way, shape, or form that we can. So take an internet detox, protect yourself in any way that you can. And if you believe that you are under attack and you need some help, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you. Okay, guys, well, happy February, and I wishing you all the best. Sending love and peace. Fra Norga. Ha det bra. Bye-bye.